So let's rant. This is what I've been trending on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, in fact all the social media handles. Hike in food price. This is a problem. People have been complaining. I've been seeing couples of video. Everybody's ranting. If I go to the market today, what I get today for 5,000 naira, once I go back to the market tomorrow, I'm going to get it for 15,000 naira. Even it got to a stage, some of my friends were like, Juliet, is it not time for maize? You are not giving us maize to eat. What's going on? One maize in the market is 100 naira. People, farmers don't want us to eat. Like, this topic has been trending, and I'm like, okay, since I'm a farmer, let me talk about this topic so that maybe people can know what is going on in the agricultural sector, what is going on in the economy. So people, it's not that we farmers don't want people to eat. It's not that maybe we intentionally made food to be expensive. No. But at the end of the day, everyone is after how to make profit. If you're investing huge money in something, if you're investing our energy and our time in something, we should make profit from those particular things. So, Juliet, so if people are increasing the money so that we will not be able to eat, no, it's not like that. You all know that before now, once it's June, July, food items are already cheap, and by August, in fact, August, September, October, yam should be coming out and we'll start having yam to eat. But that's not the case, okay? Number one thing that I feel is affecting the current price of commodities in the market, especially agro commodities, is climate change. And the climate change started from last year. Throughout last year, we could count the number of times it rained last year, and rain really affected a whole lot of farmers last year. Farmers suffered last year. This is how it works. So after the first maize season, we do plant late maize from July ending to August, and after the late maize we should harvest, and we still have maize in circulation. But after planting in July, when all farmers planted, I planted maize in July. So anything I'm telling you is based on what happened to me as well. When farmers planted maize in July, it didn't rain. Actually, farmers that are small scale farmers, not people that are using irrigation. I'm talking about small scale farmers now, because small scale farmers are the ones that produce food. Majority of the food we eat in this country is small scale farmers that produce it. And most of our food that come from the north, some here in the southwest. Do you understand? And most of them, or most of us, are depending on the weather. We are depending on rain to produce. So July last year till like September, it didn't rain. So we planted July. I think it rained the first week of July, and after then it stopped raining. Every single person that cultivated maize last year cried. Because imagine you're cultivating 10 hectares and you're not making your money from the 10 hectares. So it really affected us. And it's not only that it's affected farmers, it's affected the economy, because farmers could not produce from that certain period of time. If you also notice, it wasn't only maize that was affected, yam was affected as well. The rain delayed, and we didn't have, most of the yams that people planted didn't do well, because they didn't have, the yam didn't see like enough water to make it grow. Do you understand? So this is one of the issue. It's not just starting, it has started since last year, but we were not feeling it last year because we still had loads of food in store. Some people did storage, and they are bringing it out right now to sell to people. So this is the importance of storage business for those that want to go into storage business. If in your location you are seeing a particular commodity that is wasting, instead of it to just look at it to waste, look for a way that you can curb it, like preserve it for a period of time that is scarce like this. Okay, some people say storage is not good. It's not hoarding, it makes things revolve. Imagine people didn't store maize last year. You that are into poultry farm, you will not see food to feed your birds. Okay, so that's how it was, and that's what happened last year. We didn't have enough rain to produce enough food. Okay, we are only like surviving on the food that farmers have produced. So that's the first issue. But this year, farmers were anticipating, we are gingered that this year we are going to produce double of what we or the things that we lost last year. We are going to like produce double of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? But God has his own plan. This year, the rain started late. This is June, and the rain hasn't just started. It has started raining in some locations, but in my farm location, it will rain today, maybe next month before it rain again. It's affecting us. So this year, farmers planted maize around April, May, or March, April, May. Farmer planted maize, the first maize, and every single maize died. I'm using maize for example because maize is one of the easiest crop you can plant to generate money because it's a short-term crop. Just to let you know what's going on, by this time in June, we should have already started harvesting tomatoes, harvesting pepper. You should start seeing enough pepper and tomatoes in the market. But see, right now, farmers have not planted. We should have planted yam a long time ago, like April, May, June. The yam should have been like on the ground trying to sprout. But right now, farmers have not planted yam. And this is because, one, insecurity. Farms are no longer safe for farmers due to issues going up and down, farmers being killed, this and that going on. So lots of farmers have abandoned their farmland. That is number one, insecurity issue. But number two is climate. For small-scale farmers that cannot afford irrigation, climate is really affecting. We've not had rain. Most of them that planted their maize in March, all the maize died. Some are just planting again. Like, it's really a tough time for farmers right now, and this is one of the issues that is making like food to be very expensive in the market. And that's why it seems that, oh, this commodity is very expensive. It's not the farmers' fault. Even farmers are affected. Do you understand? So I just want you to have this thing at the back of your mind that it's not the farmers' fault at all. Lots of things have caused it. Aside the insecurity, aside climate, a lot of things are also involved. Also, access to seed. This happened, like, I'm trying not to talk about it, but I have to talk about it. Access to seed. I get my seed from companies outside the country. So we have different seed companies that are outside the country that will wait to get their seed. Okay, so they are into seed production, and once they send me their seed, we do the test run and we use it on our farm. But these days, due to lockdown in some of these countries, we are opting for local seed, and local seed are not producing the way we want. They are not yielding the way we want. Okay, getting local seeds here, it's an issue. Do you understand? For me, that I don't like using local seed to plant, but we don't have any option. We have to opt for the ones that they send to us because some of these countries are on lockdown. And to farm right now, even me, aside my suckers I'm treating, I'm getting from my own farms. I'm not planning to do any other thing again. Though I have maize, they're already germinating, they're already fruiting. But at the same time, just know that lots of farmers, just pray for farmers. That's just the truth of the matter, okay? It's not the farmers' fault that food is expensive or food prices are like skyrocket. It's not our fault. We are working, like all the farmers I know in my farm location, people are tilling the ground real hard. It's not only about like the masses, it's about them. When I talk about small scale farmers, most of them farm to feed their family. Do you understand? And most of them, it has not been easy, but we'll try to help the little way we can. Anyway, so that's the issue. That's why it seems the prices of commodities have increased. It's not that farmers want to punish anybody. No, we are not like that. Farmers in my community know. So if you want to still join the conversation on hiking food price, make sure you join this website, register and join the forum, and let's talk about this and how we can move forward. And that's why I see almost all my videos last year I talked about storage business, but some people are like, should we stop? Storing is not biblical. See, you have to save for the rainy days. You need to, if you don't save for the rainy day, once emergency comes, what do you do? Imagine people didn't store yam, people didn't store beans, people didn't store meat. Right now, there won't even be no, we are seeing food and we are like complaining that there won't be no food, okay? So this is where storage comes in. You can start storing. If you are looking for prices of commodity, maybe you don't know the certain price of a commodity or how you can get the commodity, download the farm market app. The prices are uploaded daily. You can, if you have a product, for those that are in the north, if you have a product for sale, upload it on the platform. Off-takers will contact you. That one is sure. But if you don't have any product to sell and you just want to check out the current prices of commodity, make sure you visit the platform and check for prices of commodity. Okay, so that's the issue. That's why it's causing hike in food price. It's not because farmers want to punish anybody. Please don't say that again. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, definitely you are going to enjoy this video on Is Farming Profitable? Is Farming Profitable? And my other video on how you can store maize storage business. If you're interested in videos like that, make sure you check out the two videos, okay? And start something. For those that want to go into storage business, check out the video on maize storage and check out my video on how profitable farming is. Okay, if you like videos like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.